Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. So today I would like to talk to you about lying to yourself. So this subject comes up often in my coaching practice with people, and it's very interesting because I don't think most of us intend to lie to ourselves, and I don't think most of us realize how conditioned we are to just do it so easily and so quickly. So it's such a valid conversation to have, because if we're not honest with ourselves, then how the heck can we ever be honest about anything else or with anybody else? And I think we have become anesthetized to the effects of lying to yourself. On a core level, it just seems normal now. It doesn't seem like you're lying to yourself. So it's worth us doing a dive into it, because there's nothing more difficult than getting past lying to yourself. And I would like to preface this by saying this is a practice, so you have to be patient with yourself, and you have to be willing to ask yourself, am I lying to myself right now? Am I telling the truth? Is this really how I feel? Or am I just skirting around it so I don't have to deal with it? Because that's what most of it comes from, us not wanting to deal with things. So let me give you a simple example. You run into someone, and let's say you're shopping at Walmart, and you run into somebody you haven't seen in a while, and they say, "Oh, I would love to get together and have lunch with you." And you're like, "Absolutely, let's make plans, da 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 da." And you know in the back of your head, you don't want to have lunch with this person. You know that you, for whatever reason, just have no interest in doing that. But yet you say it because, quote unquote, we don't want to hurt their feelings. But that's lying to yourself. And I'm not saying you should go and hurt their feelings, but what I'm saying is that's a recognized point of knowing you're lying to yourself. So where else do they show up? It's like when you're in your home and you say, "I'm going to do the workout tomorrow." Let's say you say, "I'm going to work out tomorrow." And you know you're not going to want to get out of bed in the morning because you're going to go to bed late, or you've got something going on, or just habit you have created is saying you're going to start tomorrow, but you never do. Another big one is, "I'm not going to eat any sugar." I hear this from clients all the time. "I'm not going to eat any sugar. I'm going to do a complete and total stop of this. No sugar, no gluten, no alcohol," whatever it might be. And they know that is their solid intent. They believe that they really, really want that, but the want is not enough to get you there. The want is never enough to get you there. The want is just the beginning. And then before you know it, you've lied to yourself, because you're standing there in front of your pantry and you're putting a cookie in your mouth and you're saying, "Well, it's only one." You look at the bag and you say, "Well, it's not that many calories." But it's not about the calories. It's about what you're telling yourself. So how can we rely on ourselves if we know we don't tell ourselves the truth? So it's imperative that this be something that we start to change right away. So as a great exercise to do, and I have clients do this all the time, and it's not easy, but it's very necessary. Just take inventory for the next 24 to 48 hours and see how many times you don't tell yourself the truth. See how many times you are skirting it. See how many times you have a feeling, something comes out of your mouth and it's not aligned with how you're feeling. You get that sick pit in your stomach, like, "Oh, gosh, I don't want to do that," or "Oh, I didn't want to say that," or "Oh, I didn't mean that." It's an excellent way to measure it. So give yourself the opportunity at least of understanding it, because once you start to understand it, you can fix it. You can't fix what you don't understand. So it's really important to just start the process there. Start and see, where am I doing this? Where are the patterns showing up? What are the things that I particularly lie about? Because if I can be really clear, if you can be really clear about it, then I can fix it. I can stop the process. But if you're not honest with yourself, you'll never get there. So take the challenge, do the little exercise, see what you come up with, and then you can start to change that and say, nope, I can find a better way to say this. I can find a better way around this rather than being dishonest with myself. And I personally do it all the time where I'll say, listen, I could tell you that that would work for me, but I just know myself and I know I'm not going to want to end up going that late, or I know I'm not going to end up wanting to sit there and go through that. So let's try a different strategy. Let's find something else we can do instead. And I promise you, it makes a profoundly happier life for you, which is the goal here, right? That's the whole purpose of the goal of visiting the chicken coop every morning, is to figure out what has to happen for you to thrive and be happy and have joy and just manifest the life that you're looking for. So I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully you find out some great things about yourself. I'll talk to you soon.